think we're getting going there, as long as my computer didn't freeze. Hopefully that's just my browser that's frozen. There we go, looks like it. Alright, let's see here. Chat's there, getting ready. Got the Discord open. Got the WinSystem chat open. Got the stream going. Gotta get my radio connected. There we go. Too many windows, not enough doors. Should be a little better tonight. I don't think I've got the clipping. I've got a actual green screen behind me this time. So that should hopefully fix the me clipping. And I look more humanoid. I think the light's a little bright, but that's as low as I can get it. 58. Good evening, everyone.
This is Ryan, K1BLU.
I will be
your Sunday night net control operator for the Insomniac Trivia Net. The net will convene wherever you hear the sound of my voice in about 2 minutes. The net should last about 90 minutes, and a clear frequency will be appreciated.
In case you can't tell by the bunny, it's Easter questions, because it is Easter Sunday after all. And hopefully, I'm going to try something different. Hopefully I can show the questions on the screen as I go through them. So we shall see what happens. T-minus 1 minute and counting. Let's see here. T-minus 30 seconds ish. So I got a few emails to check in. The Insomniac Net meets every evening at 10 p.m. Pacific Time. This is a directed net, so all calls should go through the net control station. For more information and connection options, you can go to www.winsystem.org. Tonight, as usual, I have one trivia question per person, each with a few possible answers. After I call the regular roster, then I will call for late check-ins, followed by guests and visitors to the net, which will be in about 60 minutes from now. If you are listening on a scanner, consider getting your own ham radio license and joining us. If necessary, you may email your check-in to me at K1BLU@winsystem.org. You may also join our email list by going to www.insomniac-group.com. This service is free, and you'll receive a question and answer in your own email inbox. After all the check-ins, I'll read the statistics for the questions. We only have 2 rules here on the Insomniac Net. One is that the net controller's answers are always correct, and 2, that you have fun doing the net. Before we begin, is there any emergency traffic, announcements, or items of business for the net? Alrighty, hearing nothing. This net is live stream on YouTube if you're interested. The link is in the email that got sent out earlier. I'm trying a little different. Not only do I have the list of names as they get called, but I'm also going to try and put the questions and answers up as I go through them live. We'll see how that works. All right, I also have some other news for those of you who are interested. Yesterday, during a ham radio licensing session, both Jennifer and Robert passed the test. So they will be getting their licenses, and hopefully they'll be on the air with me in a future date. That being said, let's go ahead and get started with our Sunday Night Insomniac Trivia Net. First and foremost is Steve, N5ZUA. Nothing heard. Moving on to the Sunday Night Net Control Operator. I'm here. Monday night, Robert, KI5, AOK. How about our Tuesday night net control operator, Teresa, KE5, MUX? Next up is our Wednesday night net control operator, Bob, and sometimes Lynn, K6IPE.
Evening, Ryan. We're here. Bob, K6IPE.
All righty, Bob. Got your question here. Let me mark you down on my questions. And your question for today is, what is the most popular flower associated with the Easter holiday? Is that A, the rose, B, the lily, or C, the tulip?
It's funny you mentioned the tulips since we're in Tulip Valley here. But we're going to go with lilies, Easter lilies. See where that gets us. 73 K6IP. Happy Easter.
And you would be correct with the lily. The white lily is widely recognized as the official flower of Easter and represents the arrival of spring. Thanks for being out there. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Next on our list is our Thursday night net control operator, Ian, AE5ID. Moving on down to our Friday night duo, Russell and Linda, AF6EQ and K6LBL. Nothing heard. Next on the list is our first half of our Saturday night tag team, Wilt, WB7 VPI.
Well, good evening, Ryan. Good morning, good evening, or good day to everyone else on the net, as is appropriate. And congratulations to Jennifer and Robbie, too. What do you got for me tonight?
Alrighty, your question for tonight. In which country did the tradition of the Easter Bunny originate? A, Germany, B, France, or C, England?
Germany.
Alrighty. A little bit of packet loss there coming in, but I did get Germany from you, and that is correct. The Osterhaus, or Easter Bunny, Easter Hare, first appeared in German writings in the 1600s before being brought to America by immigrants. Thank you for being out there, Wilt. We appreciate it. Have a good evening and mobile safely. Next up is the other half of our Saturday night, Scott, N7FGP.
Good evening, Ryan, and everyone on the net tonight. Congratulations to Jennifer and Robbie. Ready for a question.
All righty, Scott. Your question for tonight. What was the original color used to dye Easter eggs? A, blue, B, red, or C, green?
I don't know. Let's try red. Thanks for doing the net tonight. N7FGP.
A, red would be correct. B, red would be correct. Early traditions involved dyeing eggs red to represent spring and the renewal of life. Thank you for being out there. We appreciate it. Have yourself a great evening and rest of your week. All right, that brings me to the bottom of the net controllers and system controllers. Are there any other net controllers or system controllers out there that wish to check in tonight?
Mike Uniform X-Ray, Mike Uniform X-Ray. Better late than never.
Alpha Oscar Kilo, Alpha Oscar Kilo.
Alrighty, two of them is better than none. First one was Teresa, K1BLU. Your question for tonight. What is the official name for the art of decorating Ukrainian Easter eggs? Is that A, Sanka, B, Batik, or C, Fabergé?
Aha, I got a deal up here on the screen that gives me what the words are that you said, and I know that answer is A. Thank you for doing the net, Ryan 73L, K1BLU.
Yes, ma'am. Sometimes I can't pronounce them right, but it helps on the screen there. Sanka uses a wax-resist method to create intricate, colorful patterns on eggshells. Thank you for being out there, ma'am. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week. And next up should be Robert, KI5AOK.
Hey, good morning, Ryan. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone out there. All right, what's the question we're going with? It sounds like it's all Easter things going on tonight.
All Easter stuff tonight. Your question for tonight. What famous jewelry firm created exquisite gem-encrusted Easter eggs for the Russian Tsars? A, Tiffany & Company, B, Cartier, or C, Fabergé?
Oh, dear. Okay, I'm going to take a wild guess at this because somehow in the back of my mind, I think I know it, but I'm about maybe 10% sure it's that. I'm gonna go with C, Fabergé. We'll try with that. Anyways, I heard there's some congratulations for a couple of people up there. I guess your wife and kids. So congratulations, whatever it is. But anyways, everyone else have a great week. Have a great weekend coming up. Good golf, content, score, everybody's happy, and see you Monday. This is Robert, KI5AOK. And by the way, thanks for Ryan for doing the net tonight. Bye.
No problem, sir. And you are correct with C, Fabergé. Peter Carl Fabergé created 50 imperial eggs for the Russian royal family between 1885 and 1916. And yes, they passed Saturday, so they should be appearing in the database sometime this week, hopefully. Thanks for being out there. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week. And that concludes the net controllers and system controllers section of our list. Now moving on to the Wind System members. These are the members that help us keep the rent and power going for the main repeaters of the Wind System. And starting top of my list there is Steve, KB6WR.
good evening, Ryan, and everyone else out there. Steve in Bakersfield, go ahead.
All righty, Steve. Good evening. Your question for today. In the United States, what is the most popular non-chocolate candy sold at Easter? A. Jelly beans, B. Peeps, or C. Candy corn?
Well, I'm guessing, I think it's A. Alpha Jelly Beans, KB6WR.
Well, a lot of jelly beans are sold, but it's actually second to Peeps. Peeps have been the best-selling non-chocolate Easter candy for decades. Who knew sugar-covered marshmallows would be Peeps be sold? Thanks for being out there. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next on my list is Larry Stephanie, KN6JLX, and KN6JLW.
Hey Ryan, it's Larry KN6JLX along with Stephanie KN6JLW. Go ahead with our question.
Alrighty, your question for tonight. The White House Easter egg roll was first hosted by which president? A. Abraham Lincoln, B. Rutherford B. Hayes, or C. Theodore Roosevelt?
Okay, Ryan, I'm going to go Bravo, and Stephanie's going to go Charlie. Thanks for doing the net, and have a good week.
Alrighty, well, the Bravo has it tonight. Rutherford B. Hayes. President Hayes opened the White House grounds for the event in 1878. Thanks for being out there, you two. We appreciate it. Have yourselves a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next on my list is Tony, W6TL.
Good evening, Ryan. Tony with the 6th Angling Bureau in Oakland. Go ahead, please.
All right, Tony, our question for tonight. What traditional Easter breed is marked with a cross on top and contains spices, and raisins? Let me start that again. What traditional Easter bread is marked with a cross on top and contains spices and raisins? A. Challah, B. panettone, or C. hot cross bun?
This is KJ5OUL Mobile.
I'll go with hot cross buns.
And you would be correct with hot cross bun. Hot cross buns are traditionally eaten on Good Friday. Thank you for being out there, Tony. We appreciate it. So have a wonderful evening and great week ahead. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday night net control operator here on the Insomniac Net. Next on our list is Chris, W1MER.
Good evening there, Ryan, and congratulations to your family for getting their tickets. That's a good thing. And a few days ago, we went up to the Jelly Belly factory and toured it there in Fairfield, California, and it's a bad place to be a diabetic. In any case, though, let's see what you got for me. W1MER.
Yes, I can see where Jelly Belly would be a bad place to be a diabetic. Your question for tonight, sir. Which state is the largest producer of Easter lilies in the United States? A. Florida, B. California, or C. Texas?
You know, I don't really know. I'm going to just say California. W1MER. Happy Easter.
And you would be correct with California. A region on the California-Oregon border is known as Easter lily capital of the world. Thanks for being out there, Chris. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Next up is Benson, K6BEN. All right, and how about Alan, KI6HNL?
Alan here, go ahead.
Good evening, Alan. Your question for tonight. In Bermuda, what do people traditionally fly on Easter to represent spring? A, kites, B, flags, or C, balloons?
How about kites? K6HNL.
And you would be correct. Colorful hexagonal kites are flown on Easter weekend. Thanks for being out there, Alan. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Next on our list is Alex, KN6ZKU.
Hello, Ryan. Happy Easter to everybody. And I'm standing by in Tehachapi, California, waiting for my question. Go ahead, sir. Thank you.
Alrighty, sir. Your question for tonight. What part of a chocolate bunny do 76% of Americans eat first? A, the tail, B, the feet, or C, the ears?
I'm going to go with my own experience and go with Charlie. The ears. Thank you. Appreciate you doing that.
And you would be correct. C, the ears. According to the National Confectioners Association, most people start with the ears. That way the poor bunny can't hear you going to town on the rest of it. I'm sorry. Thanks for being out there, Alex. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is Fred, W6FRC.
The net, this is Fred, W6FRC. Ready for my question.
All right, Fred. How many jelly beans are produced in the U.S. each year specifically for Easter? A, 5 billion, B, 16 billion, C, 50 billion.
B, Bravo.
And you would be correct. B, 16 billion. Enough jelly beans are consumed to circle the globe 3 times. Thanks for being out there, Fred. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday night net control operator. Next on our list is Bruce, KM6, Zebra Unicorn Chihuahua. Alrighty, no Bruce. How about Dave, KG6LYI? Nothing heard. How about Jack, KJ6YAO?
Good evening, Ryan. This is Jack. Fire away.
Good evening, Jack. Which candy company produces the cream egg? Is that A, Hershey's, B, Cadbury, or C, Mars?
I actually have no idea, but I would go with B, Cadbury, KJ6YAO.
And you would be correct with Cadbury. The Cadbury Cream Egg launched its current form in 1971. Thank you for being out there, Jack. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is Gar, W6AXM.
Good evening, sir. This is W6AXM. Go ahead.
Good evening, Gar. Your question for tonight. What flavor is the yellow peep? A, lemon, B, banana, or C, marshmallow?
The first part of your question was truncated. Say again, please.
Not a problem. What flavor is the yellow peep? A, lemon, B, banana, or C, marshmallow?
I'll go with Charlie on that one, please. W6AXM.
And you would be correct. C, marshmallow. Despite their colors, standard peeps are all marshmallow flavored. Thanks for being out there, Gar. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. And next up is Bud, KI6GIP. All right, nothing heard from Bud. That is the bottom of my Wind System members. Are there any other Wind System members that wish to check in tonight? Please come now with the suffix of your call sign twice phonetically.
Bravo Echo November. Bravo Echo November.
And that sounds like Benson, K6BLU. Alrighty. Papa November Bravo, stand by. I don't see you on my sheet. But that's not to say you're not a Wind System member. Let me start with Benson, K6BEN, and I'll come back.
Good evening, Ryan. This is K6BEN, Benson, Hollister, California. Sorry I missed the earlier roll call. I'm here now. I'm ready for the question, please.
Alrighty, Benson. In what year was the first chocolate Easter egg produced in the UK? Is that A, 1773, B, 1873, or C, 1923?
I don't know. I'm just going to guess the middle one. Hopefully chocolate was around even in the late 1800s. So I'll try B for Bravo. Thank you for hosting the net and have a great week. K6BEN.
Well, you would be correct with B. J.S. Fry and Sons produced the first chocolate egg in 1873. Thanks for being out there, Benson. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Alrighty, Papa November Bravo, if you could wait till the end of the list for new check-ins. I do not see you on the Wind System member roster, and I just updated that this week. So stand by if you can till the end of the net, and we'll get you checked in then. All right, PNB, got you down there. All right, continuing on with the regular roster. First and foremost on that list is Mike, KN6MIK.
the way, that's an impressive shack you're sitting in there. Go ahead, brother, hit me.
All righty, Mike. Your question for tonight: what is the most popular flavor of jelly bean for Easter? A, cherry, B, buttered popcorn, or C, black licorice?
Oh, I'll probably ruffle some feathers. Let's go with black licorice. K6MIK, back to you.
Well, I would agree with you because that's my favorite. The most popular is actually cherry. Cherry often ranks highest during Easter. Not necessarily all the time, but during Easter, cherry is the highest. Thanks for being out there, Mike. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Next on my list is Robert, VK2DY. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Getting used to things being an hour earlier now that we're back on standard time. Go ahead with my question, please. VK2DY.
All righty, Robert. Your question for tonight. Approximately how many peeps are produced each day for the Easter season? A, 500,000, B, 5.5 million, or C, 20 million?
Good question. We don't have them down here, so I know what they are because I lived in North America, but we don't have them down here. Let's go with the 5.5. That's the middle number. Let's go with that. VK2DY.
Well, safe choice going with the 5.5 million. Millions are produced daily to meet demands. 5.5 million. Thanks for being out there, Robert. Have a good afternoon and a great week ahead. Next on my list is Richard, NW7OR.
Greetings, Ryan, and Insomniacs everywhere. What's up this week, sir?
Good evening, Richard. Your question for tonight. Before chocolate eggs were common, what were Easter eggs usually made of? A, cardboard or plaster, B, wood, or C, stone?
Well, I think I'm going to go with Charlie on that, if only because rocks would be plentiful. Thank you kindly for all you do, and 7-3 to everyone. This is NW7OR.
Well, rocks would be plentiful, but you'd chip your teeth trying to get into it. Actually, A, cardboard or plaster. Victorian eggs were often cardboard and filled with gifts. I guess that's where the plastic ones come in with the jelly beans. Thanks for being out there, Richard. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Next on my list is Patrick, KI7LAG.
Good evening, Ryan. This is Patrick, KI7LAG. Go ahead with your question.
Alrighty, Patrick. Your question for tonight. Which country holds the record for the largest chocolate Easter egg ever made? A, Italy, B, Brazil, or C, Belgium?
I'm going to go with C, Belgium. You got to love that good Dutch chocolate. KI7LAG, back to net.
Well, while I do love the good Dutch chocolate, it was actually Italy. Italy made a 34-foot tall egg in 2011, holding the record for the largest chocolate Easter egg ever made. Where did Italy come up with 34 feet tall of chocolate? The world may never know. Maybe it was waiting for the boot to kick it somewhere. I'm trying to make a chocolate football. Anyways, thanks for being out there, Patrick. We appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday night net control operator for the Insomniac TriviaNet. Next on our list is Peter, KE6RAX.
This is me. I am ready for my question.
All right, Peter. What is the most common filling for a robin egg candy? A, caramel, B, malted milk, or C, nougat?
I'm thinking C, nougat.
Alrighty, well, not exactly. For the robin egg, it is malted milk. Robin eggs are a Whoppers variant. If you remember the old Whopper candies. Thanks for being out there, Peter. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Next up is Scott, KJ7DTX. Alrighty. Next on our list is Dave, WA7DGY.
This is WA7DGY, David Phoenix. Go ahead with my question.
Alrighty, Dave, your question for tonight. The word Easter is believed to be derived from Istor, the goddess of what? A, the harvest, B, the moon, or C, the spring or dawn?
Let's try Alpha.
Well, while it's not exactly harvest time, it's from the spring or dawn. Istor was celebrated during the spring equinox, right around Easter time. Thanks for being out there, Dave. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is Robert, KD7QAA. Nothing heard. How about Kevin, AI7GA?
Good evening, Ryan. Thanks for doing the net tonight, and congratulations to Robbie and Jennifer. Interesting to see if they get consecutive call signs. I'm ready for my question.
That is true. Probably since they were the team testing session. So, your question for tonight. In Australia, what animal is often used instead of a bunny as a holiday mascot? A, kangaroo, B, bilby, or C, koala?
I'm going to take a guess here with Bravo. Thanks again. Back to net AI7GA.
Well, a good guess it is. The Easter bilby raises awareness of an endangered species. Thanks for being out there. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is Susan, AI7SE.
Hi, Ryan. Thanks for doing the net tonight. Hope you had a good Easter. I'm ready for my question.
Alrighty. Yeah, not too bad of an Easter. Your question for tonight. Which gemstone is often associated with April and Easter? A, emerald, B, diamond, or C, sapphire?
I think I'm going to go with Emerald, AI7SE.
Emerald is actually, I forget which month that is. April, and Easter is actually the diamond. Diamond is April's birthstone. Thanks for being out there. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next on the list is Shadasatwa, KN6TTG.
Great evening, Ryan. Thanks for conducting the net. Sorry you had to wait for the CWID to complete. Go ahead.
No problem at all. Your question for tonight. In medieval times, what was thrown around in some churches as a game during Easter? A ball, B, an egg, or C, a loaf of bread?
Well, I'm not sure how prosperous the times were during medieval ages, but let's go with a loaf of bread for the moment. Have fun, everyone. Shubha here in Weaverville, KN6, TTG 73.
Well, a loaf of bread would have been interesting. However, no, it was an Easter egg toss, or an egg. A hard-boiled egg was tossed until noon. Thanks for being out there, Strasbourg. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is Chuck and Linda, KN6MYF.
Yeah, good evening. This is Chuck, KN6YMF, here in St. George. What do you have for me tonight, my friend?
Alrighty, your question for tonight. What is the name of the Swedish tradition where children dress up as Easter witches? A, Påskengar, Paskkkarringar. B, Midsummer, or C, Jultommen. And if I mispronounce those, I'm sorry, but it's on the video if you need it.
All right, with the two hearts, I'm going to take A, and Lynn is going to take the C tonight. Hey, thanks for doing that tonight. Appreciate it. 73s to all. Have a great week, Ryan, and back to you.
Alrighty. Well, the A did get it. Påskengar, whatever that is. Children go door to door, dressed for treats. Easter sounds like Halloween. Interesting. Thanks for being out there, Chuck and Linda. We appreciate it. Have yourselves a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday night net control operator here on the Insomniac TriviaNet. And next up is Joe, KD4STN. Nothing heard. How about Phil, K6, Pack My Sig? And how about Charles, KF6GEN? Next on our list is Glenn, KD5YYZ.
Good evening, Ryan. This is KD5YYZ, Glenn in Las Vegas, and I'm ready for the question.
Alrighty, Glenn. Which bird is a common symbol of Easter because it returns from migrating in spring? A, the bluebird, B, the swallow, or C, the robin?
I'll take a guess and I'll go with Bravo. Thanks for doing the net. KD5YYZ, back to you.
Well, a good guess. B, the swallow. The swallows signal spring arrival by returning back to Capistrano or wherever else. Thanks for being out there, Glenn. We appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next on our list is Grant, KJ7WKX.
Good evening. This is Grant, KJ7WKX. I'm ready for a question.
Alrighty, Grant. What did the Easter Hare originally judge children for? A, their speed, B, their behavior, or C, their artistic skills?
Haven't got a clue. Let's go with Alpha. Thanks for doing the net.
And you, not exactly. B, their behavior. Just like Santa Claus, the original German folklore claimed the hare decided if children were good or bad. Thanks for being out there, Grant. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next on the list is David, K7AWX. Nothing from David. How about Mike, KB6 Downhill Racer? No downhill racer in it. How about Kevin, K6 King James Version?
Hello, Ryan and everyone else on the net. This is K6KJV, otherwise known as King James Version, here in Valley Springs, California. Go ahead, hit me with a question so I can fail.
Well, it's Easter. You never know. In what city does the famous Easter Parade take place on Fifth Avenue? A, Chicago, B, London, or C, New York City?
Well, I'm going to take a stab in the dark on this one. I hope it's New York City. So God bless 73 and Maranatha, everyone. Back to you, Ryan from K6KJV.
Well, you are correct with C, New York City. Participants show elaborate hats during the parade. It's a long-standing tradition. Thanks for being out there, Kevin. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Next up is Todd, KD6DIQ.
Good evening. Go ahead with the question.
Alrighty, your question tonight. Which animal is the traditional Easter symbol in Norway? A, the Easter lamb, B, the Easter chicken, or C, the Easter fox?
I'll go with the Easter lamb. KD6DIQ. Have a great night. Happy Easter.
Well, it's actually the Easter chicken. Bright yellow chickens are common. It's the primary decorative symbol for the holiday in Norway. Thanks for being out there. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is Carl, KM6. I'm okay. And how about John, K06FCY?
Good evening, Insomniacs. This is K06FCY, John, coming in from San Pablo, California. Thanks for doing the net tonight. I'm ready for my question.
All righty, John, your question for tonight. What crime is popular to read about during Easter in Norway? A. Easter crime, or påskerim. B. Bank heists, or C. Identity theft.
Well, logically, I gotta go with Alpha, but I'm really interested to hear the answer either way. I never heard about this before. Anyway, Alpha is my answer officially, and again, thanks for doing the net. 73s to all, and back to you.
Well, Alpha is the answer, both logically and correctly. In detective novels or videos are popular in Norway. Yeah. Norwegians have a unique tradition of reading detective novels or watching crime thrillers during the Easter break. Thanks for being out there, John. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Next on my list is Santos, KJ7ETU. Nothing heard. How about Eric, WN7GYF?
This is WN7GYF, Eric in Portland. I'm ready.
All right, Eric. What kind of hat is traditionally worn and decorated for Easter? A. Fedora, B. Bonnet, or C. Beret?
I don't know. I'm going to guess Bravo. B. Thanks for doing the net.
And you would be correct. B for bonnet. Easter bonnets show off spring fashion. Became a popular way for people to show off their new clothes. Thanks for being out there, Eric. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Insomniac Trivia Net host this Sunday edition. Next on my list is Arenza, KK4, Red, Yellow, Green. All right. How about Brian, KK7MN? Next up, we have Riley, N6ATP. Alrighty, you're a little scratchy, but we did catch in there. Your question for tonight. In many cultures, what meat is the most traditional main dish for Easter dinner? A, toiki, B, beef, or C, lamb? You were a bunch of static that time. Can you try one more time with just the answer, please? All right, I got you. C for Charlie, and you are correct. C for lamb. The tradition of eating lamb dates back to ancient spring festivals and the Jewish Passover. Thanks for being out there. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Next up is Alvin, KG5 EGD. Alrighty, how about Keenan, K6, Mike Lima?
Happy Easter to everybody on the net. This is Keenan, Kilo 6, Mike Lima, and I'm ready for my question.
Alrighty, good evening, Keenan. Your question for tonight: what is a simnel cake? A fruit cake with marzipan. B, a chocolate sponge cake. Or C, a savory meat pie.
Don't know. Let's just go with B. It's a complete guess. Kilo 6, Mike Lima. Happy Easter, Ryan, everybody on the net, and see you all next week.
Alrighty, well, not exactly a chocolate sponge cake. It is a fruit cake with marzipan. The simnel cake is a light fruit cake topped with 11 or 12 marzipan balls, popular in the UK and Ireland. Thanks for being out there, Keenan. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Next up is Richard, KN6ZNC. And how about Tudor, KM7DSJ?
I need my questions, please.
Good evening, Tudor. Your question for tonight: what color were the first Easter baskets intended to mimic? A, brown for wood. B, green for grass. Or C, yellow for the sun?
I'm gonna go with Charlie. Thanks for the net and 73. This is K7DSJ.
Alrighty, well, not exactly C. They were B, green for the color of grass. Easter baskets were originally designed to look like birds' nests sitting in the grass with the eggs. Thanks for being out there, Tudor. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Next up is Ray, KK4QPB. And how about Rick, W1RJC? Next on my list is Joseph, KN4CRC.
Good morning, Ryan. This is Joseph, KN4CRC. Happy Easter to you, sir, and everybody else on the net. Hope you've had a great one and a great weekend as well. Go ahead with my question. I'm ready to see how good or bad I do.
Alrighty, sir. Well, happy Easter to you as well. Your question for tonight: the Easter egg hunt was popularized in the U.S. by which immigrants? A, Irish. B, German. Or C, Italian?
That's a tough one. Man, you always do a good... I got to compliment you for a second. You always do a great job at making me think about these questions. So Keep the good work coming. I enjoy it. I'm going to go with Bravo. I think Bravo will suffice just fine. 73's Ryan and everybody else on the net, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a wonderful week. KN4CRC, back to the net.
Well, you would be correct with Bravo. One of the earlier questions also said that it was dated back to Germany. But yes, German settlers in Pennsylvania brought the tradition of Osterhase, OSCHDR, and hidden eggs to America. And glad I could help. It's all fun and games. You think if you can, but keeps the cogwheels spinning in the head. Thanks for being out there, Joseph. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Next up is Ed, K06, Mike November.
Yeah, Ed, K06, Mike November. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, this is great questions weekly, right? Easter traditions, European diaspora, right? Yeah, I'm ready for my question.
All righty, Ed, your question for tonight. In the 13th century, why did people start dyeing and decorating eggs? A, to make them easier to find. B, they were forbidden during Lent. Or C, to keep them from rotting.
I'm going to say you caught me quite off guard, sir, so I'm going to go with C, Charlie, Kilo Oscar 6, Mike November 73, Happy Easter, back to the net.
Well, dyeing them doesn't exactly keep them from rotting. They were decorated because they were forbidden during Lent. Eggs were a forbidden food during the 40 days of Lent, so people decorated them to celebrate the end of the feast, or fast. Thanks for being out there. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. And last but certainly not least on my list, and added new this week, Lewis, KN6, IYG.
Hey, good evening. This is Louis, Kilo November 6, India Yankee Golf. I'm ready for the question whenever. Thanks.
All right, Louis, your question for tonight. What is the name of the traditional Greek Easter bread? A, tsourki, Tsoureki. B, brioche. Or C, focaccia.
No idea, but I'm going to go with Charlie.
Well, it was actually A, tsoureki, Tsoureki. It's a braided sweetbread, often decorated with whole red-dyed eggs tucked into the dough. Thanks for being out there, Lewis. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. All righty, that brings me to the end of the Sunday night roster. Let's go ahead and back up to the top for our late and missed, and we'll go from there. Are there any net control operators or system controllers that wish to check in tonight? All right, hearing none, this is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday night net control operator here on the Insomniac Net. Moving on down to the Wind System members. These are the members help us keep the rent and power going for the many repeaters of the Wind System. If you are a Wind System member and wish to check in tonight, please come now with the suffix of your call sign, twice phonetically.
Juliet India Papa, Juliet India Papa.
Alrighty, and there is Bud. We were wondering where you were last time. Your question for tonight, Bud. How many U.S. states recognize Good Friday as a state holiday? A2, B12, or C50?
Let's say Charlie.
Well, not all of them recognize Good Friday as a state holiday. Only 12 of them currently list Good Friday as an official state holiday where government offices might close. Thanks for being out there, Bud. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. All right, moving on into our regular Sunday list. If I regularly call you on Sunday and for whatever reason you couldn't get to the radio, now is your chance. Suffix of your call sign, twice phonetically. Sunday list only.
Mike, X-Ray Tango, NXT.
Downhill racer, downhill racer.
Alrighty. I heard 3 in there, but I only copied 2-ish call signs. So let's start off with the first one. I believe was NXT. Is that on the spreadsheet? Who was the XT one?
Either Ryan, how about Mike X-Ray Tango?
Bruce in Oregon, N7 MXT. That you?
It is indeed.
Alrighty. Yeah, you doubled with somebody else, so I got the M and the N mixed up. Alrighty, Bruce, your question for tonight. In Florence, Italy, what is exploded during the Scoppio del Carro? A giant egg, B, a cart full of fireworks, or C, a chocolate statue?
I haven't a clue, but I'm going to go with the statue. Chocolate statue, because that I would like to see back here.
Well, in all honesty, that I'd like to see as well. But it's actually B, a cart full of fireworks. The explosion of the cart is a 500-year-old tradition involving a wagon pulled by a white oxen. Interesting. Thanks for being out there, Bruce. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. And next up, I believe, was Mike, KB6, Downhill Racer.
Good evening, Ryan, and everybody on the net. Yeah, just got out of the salt mine and missed my turn, so I had to wait until you came back around. But I am prepared for tonight's input.
Alrighty, Mike. Tonight's input. Which Italian bread is shaped like a dove for Easter? A, panettone, B, Colombia di Pasca, or C, ciabatta?
Wild guess, I don't know. The Columbia de Pasta or whatever it was you said, that sounds interesting. We'll go with that.
Yep, Columba de Pascha. Columba de Pascha translates to Easter dove. It is a sweet yeasted cake topped with pearl sugar and almonds. Sounds kind of good too. Thanks for being out there, Mike. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. And I believe there was another one, a couple of you doubled. Echo November. Was there an Echo November that go around?
Don't think of
Alrighty, you had somebody doubling with static. Try one more time, please.
Echo November, Charleston, Ontario.
All right, Golf Echo November. Got you there, Charles. And yeah, there's somebody else in Otay area trying to get in, but you're static. We'll try for you in just a moment. All right, Charles, your question for tonight. What is the name of the Sunday before Easter? A, Palm Sunday, B, Bright Sunday, or C, Flower Sunday?
Alpha. Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday. Golf Echo November.
Alrighty, you are correct. A, Palm Sunday. It kicks off the Holy Week leading up to the Easter celebration. Thanks for being out there, Charles. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Alrighty, let's open up to anybody, anywhere wishing to check in tonight. Anybody, anywhere, suffix of your call sign, twice phonetically, please.
Tango November, Sierra Tango November.
Pack my suitcase. Pack my suitcase.
Alpha Papa Tango, Alpha Papa Tango.
Alrighty, we got 3 that go around. First one, Joe, KD4STN.
That I'm ready.
Alrighty, Joe. In what year did the Easter Bunny first appear in a movie? A, 1934, B, 1950, or C, 1972?
Bravo on that. B, over.
And you would be correct, 1950. While rabbits appeared earlier, the concept of the holiday mascot became more prevalent in the mid-century animation. Thanks for being out there, Joe. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is Phil, K6, Pack My Suitcase.
Good evening. This is Bill, K6. Pack my suitcase. Go.
All right, Phil, your question for tonight. How many marzipan balls are traditionally placed on simnel cake? A, 5, B, 11 or 12, or C, 20?
I'm gonna go with Alabama Slammer.
Well, it's a little more than that. It's 11 or 12. The marzipan balls traditionally represent the apostles, sometimes minus Judas. So that would be 11 or 12 on there. Thanks for being out there, Phil. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. And next up, we heard Alpha Papa Tango, which I think is Adrian, W6APT.
Yes, it is. It's Adrian in San Diego, Whiskey 6, Alpha Papa Tango, ready to go.
Alrighty, Adrian. What is the most popular color of Easter egg to find in a hunt? A, pink, B, blue, or C, red?
I'm going to have to go with B, blue. Whiskey 6, Alpha Papa Tango, back to net control.
Well, not the most common. Popular. Most popular color of Easter egg to find in a hunt is C, red. Bright colors are often easiest to spot. Thanks for being out there, Adrian. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday night net control operator here on the Insomniac Trivia Net. Let's do another go-around of anybody, anywhere. Suffix of a call sign, twice phonetically, please.
Echo
Golf,
X-ray
Juliet.
Alpha.
Charlie,
Echo
Golf,
X-ray
Juliet.
Alpha.
Alrighty, I heard two that go around. One on the list and one possibly not. Let's start with the first one. Echo X-ray Alpha, which I believe is Dave, KF8EXA.
That's correct. Kilo Foxtrot 8, Echo X-ray Alpha. This is Dave, Wilmington, Ohio. Ready for my question.
Alrighty, Dave, your question for tonight. What is the name of the dance performed in parts of England during Easter? A, Morris dance, B, the waltz, or C, line dancing?
That was a good question. Let's try. We'll go with Alpha for that one. Go on a Hail Mary pass here. We'll try A, Alpha.
Alrighty. And A would be correct. Morris dancing is a traditional English folk dance, often performed at spring festivals and Easter. Thanks for being out there. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Alrighty, let's try not to break shit and mess up my spreadsheet. Next was Charlie Golf Juliet, I believe. Charlie Golf Juliet, I cannot find on the spreadsheet. Can I get your full call sign, please?
Of course. It is Kilo Mike 7 Charlie Golf Juliet. My name is Melody.
All righty, Melody. And where are you coming to us from tonight?
I am coming to you from Bountiful, Utah via Echolink.
All righty. Got you down, Utah. Let's see. All righty. Good evening. You've reached the Insomniac Trivia Net. This net runs 365 days a year, come rain or shine. Each night of the week has a different net control operator. Most nights of the week are 3 questions with 3 possible answers. Sunday night is slightly different in more ways than one. We are originally 1 question per person, live trivia. And we're also kind of the first to try out here live streaming while we're doing it, which is quite interesting for me here. Anyways, your question for live trivia tonight: how much did the world's most expensive chocolate egg sell for? A, $10,000, B, $11,000, or C, $50,000?
All right, we are going to go with Alpha tonight. Also, happy Easter to everyone on the Insomniac Net. I don't get to participate often, but when I do, it's always a lot of fun.
Well, we always look forward to having people on the net, and we hope you have fun with it, especially on Sunday. I try my best to make it fun. Slightly more than Alpha. B, 11,000. The golden speckled egg was sold at auction in London for roughly £7,000, which comes to about 11,000 US dollars in 2012. So thank you for being out there, Melody. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. And we hope to hear you out there again. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday night net control operator. Let's go ahead and do final round of anybody out there. Suffix of your call sign twice phonetically, please. Final round. Alrighty, hearing none, we'll go ahead and close up the net. I have not gone through emails yet. N7FGP, Scott, your node is going nuts. Alrighty, sorry about that. Okay, I've not gone through emails as of yet, so I will add that to the number. So far, we've had 48 check-ins tonight, 27 of which were correct, making it 56%, and 21 hopefully learned something new, especially about the Easter holiday. That would be 44%. I will get the emails in and the final email sent out here, probably about a half an hour. Break for reset. And again, this net has been live streamed on Sunday. You can look it up under my call sign, K1BLU, or the link is in the email that goes out. I appreciate any kind of feedback, positive, negative, or otherwise. I'm kind of learning how to do this live stream thing, so since I do the net, I might as well throw it up there and see what happens. Positive, negative, otherwise, I'm always looking forward to hear from you guys. If you guys have suggestions on questions, this was easy because it happens with holiday. Sorry, I have myself talking in my ear to make sure everything goes well. It's not easy talking when you hear yourself with a slight delay. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead and had a great Easter holiday. This is K1BLU, Lakewood, California. Returning frequencies back to normal undirected amateur use. Saying goodnight, everyone, and 7 threes.
I need to find a better way on that feedback. My desktop.
Sorry, Ryan. I'm working on a different node here, and I'm not sure what happened there. Anyhow, sorry I unplugged it. N7FGP.
Repeat back. No worries, Scott.
No worries, Scott. I figured you there.
I just want to make
sure you were aware.
Have a good evening.
Have a good evening.
K1BLU.
K1BLU.
I don't have feedback on that, so if somebody's talking while I'm talking, I'd rather hear them on the ear, but it's easier to key up with a microphone than key up on the computer, especially when they've got the stream going, Discord open, the spreadsheet to go down, the nodes in case there's problems, the questions, and this new, I'm using PowerPoint to pop up the questions on screen. I've got a little stream deck here that I just push a button and the questions pop up, push another button and the roster pops up, forward and back in the questions, a little A, B, and C to help me put it in, so it's fun, but I think I'm at my capacity of how many things I can juggle during the net. Anyways, if you guys have feedback, positive or negative, feel free to let me know. K1BLU at winsystem.org. Leave a comment on the video, whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and grade these emails and pack it up for the night. So, thank you guys for being out there.